in, sports family. Also, go to all social media platforms. Link will be in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you. Yo, what's up, man? How y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in to National Sports Chat. So this one, since I've been doing everything for the past week on informative information, I just wanted to keep the ball going, and I just thought about it because I know I talked to a lot of y'all, the youth players, about understanding coaches, especially on the high school level. If you're going to high school, this may also apply to you, but high school is just a little bit different because high school, you want to know specifically what the coaches is doing for you. Hey, Bracken Draco, what's up? You want to know specifically what the coaches is doing for you, right? So I'm gonna just talk about that on a youth football level. How do you guys determine if a coach is good versus a coach that's great? And I might give y'all a few examples of great coaches. So let's go ahead and get started. How do you determine if a coach is great or if a coach is just good? So some of mine's right. I'm gonna start off by saying this. I'm gonna start off with the good coaches. So good coaches, they know how to win games with great players. And what do I mean by that? Yeah, if they have all the talent, they know how to, put together, the right plays, and then the talent would basically carry them to win games, right? So you got those coaches that know how to win games when they got the greatest talent, right? Also, they know good talent. So when they scout in, they look in, it's certain players that they know that they can add to their team and end up winning. But they're reliant on that actual type of player. So on most cases, when the player comes to that team, the coaches end up showing favoritism to that type of player, like things like that. So then we got what also make a good coach is, they know schemes and stuff. Like I said, they know how to do things just enough to win games, right? Also, a good coach, they watch film, they do all the stuff that's necessary in order to win games. They scout other teams, they do all the necessities, right? They make sure they go to games. They do all these things. They put players in a position to win. That's what a good coach does, right? Um, they have really good play calling. So they know how to, like I said, look at schemes and they know the right plays to call. And when it's in that situation, meaning that if they see somebody that's running a nickel back or something like that, right? They know to run the ball. They know the small things. They know how to look at a defense and pretty much pick it apart in the same on the offense aspect, right? But a lot of people need to understand that it's always levels to football. And I'm gonna give y'all an example in a little bit. Once I read out the good coaches versus great coaches. Okay, what else do I got? They have I said it, I said this already. He really have good play calling ability. Like I said, they put you in a position to win. And then and normally a good coach is really in every game. They have a chance to win in at every game. But a lot of times they don't get it done, right? So now what that does, that separates them. And then that takes me to the segment of talking about great players, great coaches. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So what makes a coach, in my opinion, great? He can win with any player. So I'm gonna give an example of Coach Reggie. They had great talent, right? But one of their main players end up getting hurt. So they end up getting Boogie. They end up having Caden. They end up having, not that many options as they used to have, right? At one point when they played the OG Ducks, a lot of people don't know this, but they was hurt. The majority of the players, Cheese was hurt. You had Z who was hurt. You had Spivey who was hurt, but they was all playing through, agony injuries. They was playing through that. A lot of people don't know that. But what else makes a good coach? A good coach, like when we looked at the championship, RDU, RDU was down, right? RDU was down, and guess what happened? RDU, they was down to Alabama Birmingham. Or was it Birmingham Chargers? Right? They were down. But what a great coach does is they make adjustments. So what they did was the second half they came back, even though they were down 2 touchdowns. They came back and they beat the team by 40. What's up, Carter? What team you playing for this year? But they end up beating the team bad. So it was 22-7 or something like that by halftime or something like that. And they end up beating them. They did their thing, right? So great coaches make adjustments. They make players better. They don't show no favoritisms. These are all the things that make a great coach. Probably FU or Atlanta Elite. I bet. Definitely let me know whichever one that you plan for, because you already know I'm gonna be in the building wherever it is. And I think if y'all keeping the same team, you should definitely stay with the Falcons, with the FU, if they have a team. Okay, so what else make a great coach? The great coach, he disciplines all of his players despite how good the play was. If he see a player miss an assignment, he's going to get on that player. No exceptions, right? He doesn't get rattled. And so I'm gonna use the same thing. Matter of fact, now that Carter and them came in, that's a great example too. I'm gonna use Coach Reggie, like I said, when they was down to Birmingham, Atlanta, and I'm gonna use the Falcons United. Falcons United started off the season, I believe, damn near 0-4, 0-5, and end up winning their league championship. The coaches didn't get rattled. He just understood the process, and they stayed the course. So great coaches stay the course. They don't get rattled at all, right? A great coach know how to maximize every player talent. So if you come to a team, right, and you got a great coach, that coach is going to make you better by default because of what he demands from you. A good coach is going to accept whatever comes his way because he don't want the player to leave. A great coach don't care if the player leaves. He knows that he can get another player who's going to be just as efficient because he's going to teach him to be that way. So what's the next one that makes a coach great? Just as I mentioned, a great coach can substitute any player and get the same results. So a good coach, he worries on whether or not this player is going to lead the team. A great coach will let the player decide whether or not he's going to leave a good that team, and then he's going to bring up the next player, and he knows that he's going to damn near get the same result from that player. So I'm showing you guys the difference between good coaching and great coaches. Okay? So a great coach improves every year. Every year, a great coach improves. A great coach also has the player's best interest at heart, which means that when you come to a coach that's great, right? He's not only looking for what you can do for him for that year, like good coaches does. Good coaches, they looking to just win for that year, right? They doing enough just to keep every player happy and satisfied. But a great coach, they want you to come and they're going to make you better, but they're not just planning for your future. I mean, they're not just planning for you to be on a team, but they're also planning for your future, which means that if this player sticks with me through the duration of his youth football career, this is what I have in store for that particular player. Great coaches plan ahead for their players. Okay, so um, that that brings me to building for a player's future, right? So, what do I mean by building for a player's future? See, a great coach understands that when you play for him, he's bringing scouts your way. He's making sure people like me come to the game so you guys can get the recognition, so you guys can be displayed on uh, through the social world and understand that people are seeing you guys, your talent, all these things. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that they build connections with scouters. So there are so many of you guys that have a head start and you don't even know it. For those who are with great coaches, like I said, a good coach will do everything to make sure that you're happy on his team. A great coach will make sure that you are in a position of being better, in a position of being seen, in a position of, you say, this start at 6U. Yes, it does. It definitely starts at 6U. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about, I'm really giving you guys this information so you as a player, right, can understand how to determine a great coach versus a good coach. Coach Mark is a great coach. Coach Reggie is a great coach. The guy that used to Atlanta Ducks is a great coach. The OG Ducks have a great coach. What, like I said, and that's why I read all of these things to determine what makes a great coach. You got, when you look at the OG Ducks, you got Coach Keefe. The man has connections. He's going to get a lot of people signed. Coach Reggie, that man have connections. He's going to get a lot of people signed. Then Coach Mark has all of the connections. He's going to get a lot of people signed. Look at what his kids are doing on the high school level. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm giving you guys my thing, my job, and which is why I know that you guys are going to mainly come back, once the season start. But my job is to make sure that you guys are in a position to make the decision, the best decision for you, even though you are young. You can look at a coach and look at players and see how good they are, or you can see how much they're improved. You guys know everybody. So I'm gonna use Coach Mark on this example. Coach Mark, right? They had a lot of the players that came from Twin City. They were good, but they damn near end up being great when they got with Coach Mark with Rare Breeds. They end up being that much better. He wasn't doing all of that. I've seen him since they played on Twin City and against the Georgia Bulldogs when they were number one at AU. It was a big progression. There was a big jump. So now you got people like Honey Badger, right? Who's getting ready to play for the rare breeds. What do you think? Even though, and I didn't mention Coach Shine. Coach Shine maximized a lot of players' potential. You know what I'm saying? But they even got better though when they went to Coach Mark. And I think these are the cream of the crop coaches, and these are the coaches that's going to demand greatness from you. And it don't matter how good you are. I done seen all them players get chewed up. Even on a play where it was a touchdown, the coaches pulled them to the side and said, "Man, what was you doing? Why you didn't make that? Why you didn't make that play? Nah, man, you gonna sit on the sideline. You're not gonna play. You cannot play if you're going to do that and you're going to cheat the game. You can't play, and great coaches can make that decision because when you demand a player to be great in youth football, right? When you plan to make a coach great, I mean a player great, what happens is they put you in a position to be that way. And how is that? It starts with practice. They're not letting you cheat practice. If you won't come to practice, you don't play. You know what I'm saying? Versus a good coach. If a good coach would say, "Ah, man, you just come to 1 or 2 or 3 practices." A great coach gonna say, if he don't practice, he don't play. That's the difference between a great coach and a good coach. So you guys can determine. That's why I have to give you this information. You can determine on whether or not, you know what I'm saying, which coach you gonna play for. Because understand, you ain't gonna be able to cheat the game with a great coach. I promise you that. I could promise you that. You're gonna be at the end of the bench, rooting on your team. I heard that too many times. Root for your play, root for your teammates. Do your thing, root for there, but you're not playing. I don't care how good you is. But I wanted to say this. Honey Badger going to rare breeds is going to make him that much better. I can assure you that. Just because in like Coach Shine did as well. Coach Shine got on Honey Badger a lot. And I think Coach Mark is going to do the same thing. But it might be an even better result because it depends on how the players actually resonate with the coach. And the coach not looking for friendship with these players. They looking to create and build a great foundation for the youth players, which means that if you are a good player, they're going to work you till you become a really good player. And then after that season, you're a great player. Then after that season, really great player. That's what great coaches do. But good coaches are just going to be like, man, I used to have him on my team. I ain't worried about him now. Nah, a good coach and a great coach are going to say, you know what? This person needs to be seen. So I'm gonna bring some scouts. I'm gonna put his name on the radar. I'm gonna do all I can for this particular not just this particular player, but for all my players. Because when I come here, you're not going to just be able to plan for one particular player. You're going to have to plan for the team. See, that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So I had to give you guys this information because if you need to know what it's like to play or what's the qualities of a good coach versus a great coach, these are some. You know what I'm saying? You have to take within your own hand. Sometimes you as a child, as a youth player, you know what gets you going more than your parents do. I know my parents think that, we know what's best for our child, which you do, right? But sometimes when we talk about personnel, coaches matter. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a person, you got tough skin, Coach Shine is who you want to go with. If you're a person, you got tough skin, Coach Mark is a person that you want to go with. If you're a person that's that's gonna have to come to practice at every time, Coach Reggie is somebody that you need to go with. Hey Zay, what's up? These are the people that you need to go with. But if you just uh satisfied with being mediocre, then just find any coach to go to. There's a lot of teams that are going to have a lot of coaches that are going to have teams. Now they're not going to be good because they don't demand as much. And the difference is when you're prepared now for the type of um I'll say the type of uh coaching, right? Like tough coaching, when you prepare for that now, guess what? It's going to be easy through the duration of your career. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, definitely let me know. He said Coach Bird from Maryland Heat. Hey, man, appreciate you being in the building, Coach. Uh, I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I think in a minute too, we're gonna get back to interviewing the coaches on the off season. We're gonna do that. But right now I'm just kicking the game to the youth players, just basically getting them to think. And every youth player that's looking to play football as a career, I have to give you these tools so you would know, at least have a foundation of what to expect when you get there. And people can't tell me, oh, how do you know what to do? I told you. I have two professional friends. I mean, friends that played on a professional level in in the NFL, and I have two friends that played in the NBA. So I know what it takes. I know talent. I know exactly what it takes. So that's why I'm giving you guys some information that you can use. You know what I'm saying? You can use for your career to basically steer yourself, guide yourself. And I'm gonna probably start talking about how some of you players can actually become wealthy or rich before the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some things that you guys are not doing that you could be doing in order to make money now. You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of you guys are not doing that. So yeah, man, the NFL needs to be a dream, not not a hope, meaning that you hope you can go there, because of the money. And I say the dream because the dream, it doesn't you when you think about a dream, it's really never money. You're never really tripping about the money when it's something that you are so passionate about. Football is something that probably every last one of y'all will play for free. Cause you know how I know, because you're doing it. You feel what I'm saying? But it's also what y'all while y'all playing football right now and y'all getting known and y'all get the exposure, you guys can maximize that in profit. But the NFL doesn't have to be the only thought process that you guys have of hopefully getting money. No, you can start that now. Y'all can start that now. You don't think that it's several people out there that's willing to support y'all? Come on, man. I gotta get you guys in the right mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Me filming y'all ain't just the only thing that I'm gonna do. I gotta make sure that you guys prepare for some of these things mentally. You got to think about these things that you have to think about now. So I'm giving you guys a 10 to 12 year head start. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got for now, man. I thank everybody that tuned in. If you guys enjoy these type of segments, the informative segments, then let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? So I can continue to do it. But like, I want to make it a point to where this is what I'm doing for y'all. I want to make sure that y'all equipped mentally. When y'all get them millions, I want to make sure that you guys keep them millions. Because I can show you some of the athletes. If y'all want me to do it next segment or tomorrow, I can show you how most of these athletes went broke. So when I show you guys, you know what I'm saying? When I show you guys, then you can not make the same mistake. The best thing that you guys can have is the ability to listen and the willingness to try what somebody is telling you. That's the best thing that you guys can have. Because when you listen, people tend to gravitate to you more. You know what I'm saying? When you're a person that just talk and think that you know everything, guess what you're doing? You're just telling us everything that you think you know. But when you listen, you're getting every information that you don't know. So that makes you more powerful. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I thank you guys for tuning in, man. That's all I got for this segment, man. You know, just let me know what you guys think. Anything, you know, this still is y'all channel. So anything that y'all want me to talk about, let me know for sure. You know, but I'm out.